Welcome back to County Connection. For our final segment of this June episode, we are going to be talking about a tried and true Summit County tradition that lots of people love, Bike to Work Day. And with me for this segment are Katie Kent from Summit County Open Space and Trails and Matt Madsen from the Family and Intercultural Resource Center, who is also a leader in PANTS, which is the Physical Activity and Nutrition team of the Summit. Welcome, guys.
Correct.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, so Bike to Work Day is taking place this month. Mark your calendars. When and where?
Well, we have a lot of information, so I'll start with a little history on
Okay.
it because a lot of people get confused because they hear about it in May, and that's because the nation does it in May. But Colorado, because of our weather, has declared the fourth Wednesday in June to be Colorado's Bike to Work Day.
Okay, so that's statewide, not just Summit
Correct.
County.
So statewide, in the Front Range, everywhere else, also for Colorado, everyone will be celebrating it on Wednesday, June 22nd.
Okay. So what's the history behind Bike to Work Day in Summit County? Because this event has really been growing in popularity over the past
It has.
few years.
We started out pretty small. Around 2010, Summit County started having 2 breakfast tables. And it kind of stayed that way for a few years. And then in 2014, PANTS stepped in, asked us if they could help out and increase the community participation. So the last 2 years, it's gotten bigger and bigger, which is why this year's really fun, because as we'll get into, it's gotten even larger thanks to PANTS.
All right.
So,
So Matt, give us a little background on PANTS and how and why your group decided to grab onto Bike to Work Day as a great event.
Yeah, so PANTS, the Physical Activity and Nutrition Team of Summit, it's been around for, 9-10 years now. It was originally part of SPA, the Summit Prevention Alliance. And when that went away, PANTS kind of slowed down a little bit. And then in the last 3 years or so, we've been working really hard to kind of reinvigorate it and bring it back. And it's a coalition of businesses and organizations up here in Summit County, people interested in physical activity and nutrition. And so, we meet once a month and kind of target different things in the community to make it accessible for everybody. And Bike to Work Day was one of those. I think it was kind of a personal mission of mine a little bit. Active transportation in the built environment has always been kind of a passion area. And working at the FERC, I didn't get to focus on it quite as much. And so with PANTS, I was like, oh, sweet, let's jump onto this. This is a great thing. And we've gotten a lot of really good response from the community. So we get a lot more organizations kind of that jump on and help us out when it comes to Bike to Work Day.
All right.
Yeah.
So it is somewhat of a health initiative. So let's talk about all the different benefits of biking to work.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. A lot of people kind of are deterred sometimes. They think it takes longer. And with construction and things, sometimes you can find yourself going faster than the cars if they're stopped for construction.
So you can kind of stick out your tongue at them while you're cruising on by.
Satisfaction for that. Obviously, sometimes if you bike to work, you'll find you'll save money because you're not consuming gas with your vehicle. And then there's the great health benefits. You get to work and you've already gotten a workout in for the day. You've kind of gotten your mind refreshed. Your to-do list is all ready. When you get there, it's off in your head. So,
I find it stress relieving. You sit in the car a little bit and you get like, "Urgh," but you ride on your bike and you're just taking in, especially up here, the sights are amazing when you're riding your bike.
Right. Yeah. Having that fresh air instead of the stress of that slow poke in the left lane or whatever it is that makes you angry.
Absolutely. And you can slow
drive.
down a little bit and kind of see what's in the community, what different businesses and things that when you're on the main streets you may not notice. You catch them on the side streets and bike paths and things like that.
Great. So where are all of these breakfast stations that people can take advantage of on June 22nd?
So, and we have 7 breakfast stations.
Wow.
We also have 3 happy hours this year.
Oh my
Spread out
gosh.
in the evening, or I should say evening activities, because some of them are a little bit later. The breakfast stations range, there is one in Dillon by Lodgepole Lane on the bike path. Silverthorne, and we'll have flyers with all of this information up, and it'll be in the Summit Daily, so people don't need to be trying to frantically to remember where all these are. Silverthorne, Red Buffalo Cafe, the bike path over there. And then Frisco, we have 4 locations. We have Natural Grocers sponsoring a table at the north end of the bike path. And then Whole Foods is sponsoring a table near their establishment. We have Frisco Historic Park on Main Street and also Frisco County Commons. And so that's a good one to kind of collect county employees, medical office building especially. And Breckenridge we have over at the Blue River Plaza. You want to give info on what's there?
Yeah, so all the 8 stations this year are going to have fruit donated from Whole Foods.
Oh, great.
We're going to have coffee from local coffee shops. The town of Frisco also has on Main Street, if you ride your bike that day, you get a free cup of coffee at any of the coffee shops,
Oh, cool.
tea shops on Main Street.
So lots of caffeine and healthy food to fuel your commute.
Absolutely. And then we'll have just kind of some free giveaways from Summit County and from local businesses, as well as everybody that rides their bike that morning gets to enter their name in a drawing. And we have a bunch of prizes from local businesses. And so
Awesome.
have a chance to win some prizes. And they're a lot of fun. So
And the fun
Excuse
doesn't
me.
stop with breakfast.
yeah, so the fun doesn't stop there. So those run from 7 to 10, and then in the evening we're going to have a few different kind of events going on. And so in Frisco at the Island Grill, the Frisco Chamber is sponsoring a bike burger beer event. And so if you ride your bike for $5, you get a burger and a beer. They're going to have a live band.
Cool.
And then the same thing is actually happening in Silverthorne. So the town of Silverthorne is sponsoring at the Silverthorne Pavilion a bikes, burgers, and beers thing from 5 to 7 p.m. as well.
Cool.
And then Breck Tourism Office is actually putting on a bike-in movie on Wednesday night from 8 to 10 in the Breck Arts District. And
Oh,
so they're
great.
going to have some live music, and then they're going to show the classic biking film American Flyers.
All right.
Yeah.
An oldie but a goodie.
It is. Yep. So if you haven't seen it, you should ride your bike and check it out.
Yeah, get you pumped to put on your bike shorts.
Yep.
All right. Anything else that you guys want to talk about related to Bike to Work Day?
I think a big thing too is we have all the breakfast stations and happy hours for that day, and people should really look at the community and kind of keep looking out for information, because the towns are all also doing a bunch of bike week, bike month for the town of Silverthorne. So really a lot of promotion to get people out on their bicycles, enjoying it. You don't need to be a serious go 100 miles kind of rider. It's really, encourage you just to get to your commute, take your commute to work or to the grocery store and hop
All
on
right.
your bicycle.
Yeah, and in addition to that, all the tables in the morning, we're looking for volunteers from the community to help.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
great.
kind of encourage people, hand out snacks, and get people signed up, and just kind of spread that bike vibe. And so
All
if people
right.
are interested, they can reach out to either Katie or I, and we can get them plugged in.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
One thing that I forgot to ask about is I know that you guys have some tips for bike commuting, just to make it go more smoothly in the morning and easier. What are some of those tips to, if you're not a bike commuter and you're thinking about taking the plunge?
Pay attention to the weather the night before. Sometimes in the morning it's colder than you think it'll be up here, so you may want to consider gloves, and if you haven't been out in the morning on your bike.
Okay.
So definitely prepare for the weather.
I would say the ABC Quick Check.
What's that?
And that's check the air in your tires, check your brakes to make sure they work, and check your chain to make sure that when you pedal and it's not super squeaky, and that you're going to be able to shift and do that. Because I think if you're set yourself up the night before getting ready to go, you're more likely to hop on your bike and actually ride it. Instead of
Right.
picking it up in the morning and being like, oh, my chain's rusted, oh, my tires are flat, I'm just going to go hop in my car, it's easier.
All right. So do a little prep the night before, and
Yes.
you'll
You
have
got it.
smoother sailing in the morning.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks so much, you guys, for all the work that you put into jump-starting everybody's bike season and encouraging everyone to enjoy all the benefits of biking to work.
Thanks for
Awesome.
having us
Yeah,
here.
thanks for having
So-
us.
All right. And thanks to those of you at home for joining us for another episode of County Connection, and we'll see you next month.
So you thank me for my hard work